Hello students, welcome to the video lecture session on industrial drives and application. Today I am going to discuss under module 1. Okay. Let us have a syllabus: electrical drives, advantages of electrical drives, parts of electrical drives, choice of electrical drives, status of DC and AC drives. Okay. Next bit is dynamics of electrical drives. Under this, fundamental torque equation, speed torque conventions and multi-quadrant operation, equivalent values of drive parameters, components of load torque, nature and classification of load torque, calculation of time and energy loss in transient operations, steady state stability, load equalization. Syllabus is continued. Next bit is the control electrical drives, modes of operation, speed control and drive classification, closed loop control of drives. This is the total overall syllabus under module 1. So the first bit already I have covered in introduction video lecture. Okay, electrical drives, advantages of electrical drives, parts of electrical drives. These bits are I have already covered. Today I am going to discuss the speed torque conventions and multi-quadrant operations. The figure here, it will be shows the multi-quadrant operation of drives. It means what? More than one quadrant it will be operates. Okay, let us have a little discussion over the quadrant diagram. Okay, yes, we know a motor operates in two modes. One is motoring and another one is braking. In motoring, what it will be happens, it converts electrical energy to mechanical energy, which supports its motion, means it will be rotates. In braking, what it will be happens, it works as a generator, converting mechanical energy to electrical energy, and thus opposes the motion. Motor can provide motoring and braking operation for both forward and reverse direction. It means what? The motor, if it is in rotating in the forward directions, it will be provides motoring operation in clockwise direction, and the braking operation also it will be provides. So hence, if it will be in the reverse direction, again the braking also will be obtained. Okay, here if you are looking to this quadrant diagram, okay, quadrant diagram, forward motoring, first quadrant, and reverse motoring, third quadrant. Similarly, the forward motorings, forward braking, second quadrant operation, and the reverse braking will be obtained in fourth quadrant. Okay. So here the power developed by the motor is given by the product of speed and torque. I repeat here, the power developed by motor is given by the product of speed and torque. In quadrant 1, if you are looking to this, the product of torque and speed, or speed and torque, the product of speed and torque is positive, right? Why? Means because it will be falls under first quadrant, hence it is called forward motoring. Okay, I repeat here, in quadrant 1 the power is positive because both torque and speed are positive, hence machine works as a motor supplying mechanical energy. Okay, operation in quadrant 1 is therefore called forward motoring, hence it is called forward motoring. In quadrant 2, what it will be happens, power is negative, because if you are looking to this here, this torque will be becomes negative, torque is negative, whereas speed is positive, but the product of torque and speed will be gives the power. Okay, so it will becomes negative. it will becomes negative. Okay, you can see here, this is torque is positive here, here torque is negative. The power developed by the motor is what? It is negative because the product of speed and torque. Okay, I repeat here, in quadrant 2 power is negative, hence machine works under braking opposing the motion. Therefore operation in quadrant 2 is known as forward braking. I hope why it is called forward braking, because the power developed by motor is negative. Similarly, the quadrant third and fourth can be identified as reverse motoring and reverse braking. Okay, so here what it will be happens, both speed and torque will be negative, hence the product of this it will becomes positive, hence power developed by the motor will becomes positive, hence it is called here reverse motoring. And similarly we will get obtained here the reverse braking. Already I have discussed these points. This is the multi-quadrant operation of a motor drawing a hoist load. Okay, a hoist consists of a rope wound on a drum coupled to the motor shaft. If you are looking to the here, it is coupled. Just a moment. Okay, here the rope wound on a drum coupled to the motor shaft. One end of the rope is tied to a cage. Which is used to transport man or material from one level to another level. Other end of rope has counterweight. This is the another one end of the rope is consist here the counterweight. Okay, and here the weight of the counterweight is, I repeat here, weight of the counterweight is chosen to be higher than the weight of an empty cage. I repeat here, this weight, the counterweight will be higher than the empty cage but lower than a fully loaded cage. I repeat here, the counterweight will be more as compared to the empty cage. Okay, and weight of the counterweight is chosen to be higher than the weight of an empty cage but lower than a fully loaded cage. Okay, now forward direction of motor speed will be one which gives upward motion of the cage. Okay, it means what? The forward motion it will be gives the upward motion of the cage. Speed torque characteristics of which loads are shown this figure completely. Okay, though the positive load torque is opposite in sign to the positive motor torque, it is convenient to plot it on the same axis. Load torque curve drawn in this manner, in fact negative of the actual. Here I repeat, the load torque here it will be shown, okay, in the first quadrant, and it will be, if it will be a motion it will be in the upward, it will be considered as any positive. Okay, let us have the discussion about the quadrant diagram, how it will be works. Okay, the first quadrant operation of the hoist requires the movement of the cage upward, which corresponds to the positive motor speed, which is anti-clockwise direction. So this is a very important point, you have to please note it. The positive direction it will be taken as the motor direction rotation is anti-clockwise, means it is positive. To lift this loaded cage, okay, the motor direction should be in the anti-clockwise. it will be assumed as here positive. Okay, I repeat here, the first quadrant operation which requires the movement of the cage upward, which corresponds to positive motor speed, which is in anti-clockwise direction. The motion will be obtained if the motor produces positive torque in anti-clockwise direction equal to magnitude of load torque TL. Okay. Since developed motor power is positive, this is power. This is the forward motoring operation. What we will say, because developed power developed by the motor is positive. Okay. Hence, it is we'll call it the first quadrant, because we can see here the speed, I mean the motor rotation is anti-clockwise direction. I will clear here the motor direction. You can see here, I will analyze here. You can see the torque, the speed, the motor which it will be rotates in anti-clockwise, it is positive anti-clockwise direction, and the torque developed by the motor is also in anti-clockwise. Okay, hence both are positive, both are positive, hence power developed by the motor is positive, hence it is first quadrant. Okay, and load torque, it will be there in the opposite direction. You can see here, because it lifts the lifting the loaded cage, so that the load torque will be more here. It will be in the opposite direction, not more, it will be opposite direction to the motor direction, motor torque direction. I repeat here, the motor torque direction is anti-clockwise, and load torque is in clockwise direction, so that it will be in opposite direction. Whereas power developed by the motor is in positive, because the speed is anti-clockwise and torque also anti-clockwise. This notation is very important to analyze other quadrant diagram. Okay, I hope it is clear. Let us analyze the other quadrants. Okay, second quadrant, if you are looking to here, what it is there, the empty cage, it will be taking up. I repeat here, empty cage taking up means motion, it will be in the upward, motion it will be upward. Okay, so in operation in quadrant 2 is obtained when an empty cage is moved up, since a counterweight is heavier than an empty cage, because earlier I have discussed the counterweight is heavier than empty cage. So what it will be happens, it is able to pull it up. In order to limit the speed, I repeat here, in order to limit the speed within a safe value, motor must produce braking torque equal to TL2 in clockwise or negative direction. Since the speed is positive and developed power is negative, it is forward braking operation. Okay, so what it will be happens here, if you are looking to this, the torque is in this direction. Earlier what it was there in anti-clockwise direction, now it will be in the opposite direction, means clockwise direction, whereas the torque produced by motor is in the speed in the motor rotation, it is there in the anti-clockwise, speed is in anti-clockwise, whereas torque developed by the motor is negative. So the power developed by motor, it will becomes the product of speed and torque, it will becomes negative, hence it is second quadrant operation. Okay, now third quadrant operation, what it will be happens, we can see here, third quadrant operation. Okay, when an empty cage is lowered, we are taking down, empty cage we are taking down, I mean it will be a cage is lowered. Since an empty cage has a lesser weight than a counterweight, the motor should produce a torque in clockwise direction. So what will be happens, as empty cage has the lesser weight, okay, lesser weight than a counterweight. The motor should produce torque in clockwise direction. Since speed is negative and developed power is positive, this is reverse motoring operation. Okay, if you are looking to the here, the speed in clockwise direction, speed in clockwise direction, because you are taking the empty cage in downward, right, and torque also in the clockwise direction. Hence it will be becomes a product of these two in the becomes positive. Okay, and similarly we can analyze here the fourth quadrant also. Fourth quadrant, what it will be happens when loaded cage is lowered. When the loaded cage is lowered, since the weight of load cage is higher than that of counterweight. Okay, I repeat here, the loaded cage is weight is higher than counterweight. It is able to come down due to the gravity. Okay, what it will be happens due to this loaded cage, it will becomes due to gravity, it will be comes able to come down. Okay, I repeat here, it is able to come down due to gravity itself. In order to limit the speed of cage within a safe value, in order to limit the speed of cage within a safe value, motor must produce positive torque. I repeat here, the motor must produce positive torque. Positive torque means what? It should be in anti-clockwise, because our assumption is the taken anti-clockwise direction is the positive torque. Okay, the torque here you can see, this is the torque positive. Okay, and limit the speed of the cage within a safe value, motor must produce a positive torque equal to TL2 in anti-clockwise direction. As both power and speed are negative, drive is operating in reverse braking. Okay, so here it will be operating in under reverse braking, whereas the torque is positive. If you are looking to this, the torque is positive because it is there in the anti-clockwise direction, and speed is in clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise means it is positive, clockwise direction means it is negative. So the product of this torque, speed and torque becomes negative. Hence it will be called the fourth quadrant operation. Fourth quadrant operation. Fourth quadrant operation is nothing but what? As I discussed here, reverse braking. Okay. So here I made one slide with notations, direction notations, so that you can easily understand. With this already I have explained. Here you can see when the torque it will be becomes positive. See the first quadrant, the hoisting up of the loaded cage. So what it will be happens, the torque, load torque, all details I have made here. Okay, so with help of this we can come to know that when it will be running under forward motoring, forward braking, reverse motoring and reverse braking. So one thing you have to please note it here. I will conclude with this last one sentence here. If the anti-clockwise direction, speed and anti-clockwise motor torque, it will be taken as a positive. Okay, here you can see in third quadrant what it is there, the speed in clockwise, torque also, motor torque also clockwise. So even though it is here clockwise, it is negative, so the product it will be becomes the positive only. The motor it will be rotates in the opposite direction, it means clockwise direction. Okay, but product power developed by the motor is positive. Okay. So with this, I conclude this session. Okay, thank you.